Cosmic shock interstellar Comet 3I is hurtling toward the solar system at terrifying speed, emitting strange signals like an extraterrestrial machine awakening, prompting scientists to question whether humanity is being monitored from afar. This discovery from the Atlas telescope system back in July this year quickly became a scientific nightmare. When its metallic body gleamed under the light, its exhaust tail abruptly shifting from red to green, suggesting artificial thrust rather than a natural phenomenon. And when SWAN R2, the gigantic object, 100 times larger, suddenly appeared just months later, with a sprawling radiant tail, the cosmic picture became more chaotic than ever. These two strange visitors converged near the Sun in October, disappearing behind the blinding light, leaving behind an obsession with a secret meeting between intelligent entities from the depths of space. The discovery of 3I Atlas caused a shock right from the first moment. The Atlas system, which specializes in hunting for objects near Earth, unexpectedly captured a signal from a moving bright spot with a hyperbolic orbit, proving it came from outside the solar system. Initially coded as A11PL3Z, it was later officially named C2025N1 Atlas. But experts quickly recognized this as the third interstellar object in history, after Oumuamua and Borisov. Its body, through spectroscopic analysis from the Hubble and SOHO telescopes, revealed a strange metallic composition, mainly pure nickel without iron, a compound only seen in high-tech industrial furnaces, not a product of natural cosmic processes. The inner core seems to emit enormous energy, comparable to a large nuclear power plant, making its exhaust tail not ordinary, melting ice, but a tightly directed CO2 column stable, like thrust from a rocket engine. As it approaches the Sun, the tail's color shifts abruptly from red to green, coinciding with a slight orbit change, a phenomenon described as thrust mixture adjustment, suggesting this could be a machine self-correcting its path to avoid extreme temperatures. SWAN R2, or officially C2025R2, SWAN was discovered just 2 months later through the SWAN instrument on the SOHO spacecraft, making the story even more dramatic. This object is much larger, with a tail spanning 2.5 degrees across the sky, brightly shining and changing to blue-white near perihelion. It is not a one-time visitor, but returns on a cycle of tens of thousands of years, for time about 22,000 years ago, coinciding with the end of the Ice Age. Comparing these two siblings, Atlas is like a small scout ship stealthily collecting data, while SWAN R2 is a massive fortress, surrounded by a shimmering silver plasma layer capable of bending solar wind and repelling radiation. Both head toward the Sun in October, separated by only a few tens of millions of kilometers, then simultaneously disappear behind the blinding corona, rendering all Earth-based telescopes useless. Are they exchanging information or preparing for something grand? This picture inevitably evokes a complex system where interstellar objects are not random, but part of a vast surveillance network. Oumuamua in 2017 once caused a stir with its cigar shape and abnormal speed. But 3I Atlas pushes everything to a new level. It not only flies fast, but also exhibits behavior like an intelligent entity. Measurements from NASA show the exhaust tail does not dissipate according to temperature rules, but maintains stable speed, as if controlled by a sophisticated plasma engine. SWAN R2 adds another layer of mystery with superior energy core, comparable to the power of a miniaturized galactic collision. Its return cycle reminds of regular patrol rounds, where an ancient civilization sends probes to collect plasma from the Sun as fuel or adjust sensors hidden around the planets. Tens of thousands of years for them might be just a moment, thanks to time dilation at near light speeds. And now, as these two objects converge, the story is no longer about a single comet, but about a system, a network that may have been monitoring humanity since its dawn. The hypotheses surrounding 3I Atlas divide the scientific community. One side believes this is an alien probe sent from a superior civilization with a nickel body as armor against cosmic radiation. The thrust from the exhaust tail is not random but a sign of a guiding engine, adjusting orbit to approach the sun without being incinerated. SWAN R2, with its dynamic protective plasma layer, could be the mothership arriving to collect data from the smaller Scout. They come from different directions. 3I Atlas from Sagittarius. Near the galactic center, SWAN R2 from Aquarius, but converge simultaneously like a long programmed appointment. Another hypothesis links to ancient history. SWAN R2's previous return coincides with humanity's civilization explosion when the Giza pyramids were built with shafts pointing straight to Orion, as if ancients witnessed its bright tail and etched it into stone. Ancient star maps, precession calendars may not be whimsical, but warnings about returning visitors, bringing knowledge of agriculture, mathematics, and obsession with the sun. The timing of 3I Atlas's appearance is no coincidence. After millennia of silence, 3 interstellar objects arrive in less than a decade. Oumuamua as a silent outpost, 3I Atlas with a nuclear energy core, and SWAN R2 as a plasma fortress. This could be a response to humanity's signals, radio waves. Television, Arecibo messages, and Voyager golden records have spread to dozens of nearby star systems. We have shouted into the darkness and now the visitors reply, sending ships to inspect this young civilization. SWAN R2 with its ancient cycle could be part of a surveillance network, activated when our signals reach it. Each passage collects data from secret stations buried under Earth's crust, in the asteroid belt or under polar ice, then uploads to a distant star network, or worse. If 3I Atlas is a Scout, SWAN R2 might come to handle it, recover the energy core or destroy it before humans intervene. The technology hidden behind 3I's Atlas makes everything even more terrifying. Nickel-cobalt armor layer, precise plasma engine and core energy, enough to power a large city, all far beyond humanity's current capabilities. If this is alien, they might be exploiting solar energy to stabilize wormholes, or using magnetic fields as fuel for galactic networks. The potential threat is not small. This convergence could disrupt solar storms, interrupt global power grids, similar to the 19th century Carrington event, but more powerful. Or worse, they are observing to decide our fate. A civilization self-destructing through war and pollution. The silence from major space agencies from NASA to ESA adds suspicion. What do they know that they won't reveal hidden data? Strange signals from 3I Atlas, resembling binary code, but no one dares to announce. In a private interview, Elon Musk whispered about 3I Atlas. Its plasma technology makes Starship look like a child's toy. If this is alien, it could open a new era for humanity, or end it all. Those cryptic words heighten the tension, suggesting that tech billionaires might be preparing for a future where the universe is no longer a mystery, but a battlefield. Ivy. Loeb, with his famous passion for space research, revealed an unpublished secret. Data from 3I Atlas shows repeating signals like a greeting from an ancient civilization, but the government is hiding it. Why? This statement is like a time bomb igniting curiosity about what's really happening behind the sun. The appearance of 3I Atlas and SWAN R2 is a reminder that the universe is not silent. They are signals challenging outdated theoretical frameworks, forcing humanity to recognize its fragile position in the cosmos. As October approaches, all eyes turn to the sky, awaiting the moment. These two objects re-emerge. Will they continue their journey or leave traces that change forever? The sky is whispering ancient secrets, and now is the time to listen before it's too late. The signs are clear, but the silence from authorities makes everything more terrifying. The universe doesn't wait. It acts whether we're ready or not. 3. Atlas is not just a comet. It is the key unlocking the door to the universe, where distant civilizations may be monitoring every step of humanity. With an exhaust tail, changing colors, pure metallic body in orbit, precise to the extreme. It challenges all familiar physical laws. SWAN R2, with its gigantic size and return cycle. Matching history adds another layer of mystery, suggesting a periodic patrol system from prehistoric times. Tens of thousands of years ago, ancients witnessed SWAN R2 shining brightly building pyramids to mark it, and now it returns along with 3I Atlas like a perfect pair. Hypotheses spread they are collecting plasma to refuel or checking sensor networks hidden around Mars. Jupiter, even under Earth's oceans. SWAN R2's core energy, powerful enough to compare to a miniaturized supernova explosion, raises concerns about consequences if it awakens fully. Our era, with spreading radio signals, may have awakened these visitors. Oumuamua was the first warning. 3. Atlas, the confirmation step, and SWAN R2 the climax. They don't come randomly. Converging orbits prove sophisticated calculation. If 3I Atlas is a scout collecting data on Earth's technology, society, and environment, then SWAN R2 could be a transport ship ready to intervene if needed. Archaeologists like Graham Hancock point out that ancient structures are not random. They are guide maps for these cycles, with pyramid shafts pointing to where SWAN R2 appears. Their precision, the sudden explosion of knowledge in ancient Egypt, could be a legacy from previous contact. The threat from 3I Atlas doesn't stop at theory. If SWAN R2's plasma layer bends the sun's magnetic field, it could cause gigantic geomagnetic storms, paralyzing satellites, power grids, and global communications. History records similar events. But this time with superior energy, the consequences could be catastrophic. Space agencies are silent, but leaked data shows strange signals from 3I Atlas repeating cyclically like communication code. Who is listening, and how will they respond? When October comes, 3I Atlas will reach perihelion, shining brightly in the sky, visible with amateur telescopes. SWAN R2, with its long tail, will be a spectacular sight, but hidden behind is anxiety about what happens when they meet. This could be a historic moment where humanity realizes it's not alone, or begins a new era with alien technology. Billionaires like Musk are probably preparing, with SpaceX monitoring closely. But what about the rest of the world? The sky is changing, and 3I Atlas is vivid proof. To understand deeper, consider 3I Atlas's behavior. Not disintegrating under solar heat like ordinary comets, but maintaining shape with exhaust tail like controlled thrust. SWAN R2 is similar, with plasma protective layer, making it invulnerable. Its cycle, longer than civilization's history, suggests a long-term plan where each return is an opportunity to update planetary data. Perhaps the sun is a refueling station or a beacon for distant fleets. Artifacts from Egypt, Peru to Stonehenge all have star-pointing elements, as if ancients knew about these visitors and passed down warnings. The enveloping silence makes everything more terrifying. No government publicly discusses, as if fearing responsibility. But the universe is not silent. It sends signals through 3I Atlas and SWAN R2, challenging us to rethink our position in the cosmos. This could be the start of a grand drama, where ancient signs meet future technology. And when these two objects re-emerge after the sun, the world may change forever. 3I Atlas remains the center of the mystery, with metallic body plasma engine and precise orbit. It doesn't resemble any known comet. SWAN R2 complements with gigantic size and enormous energy like a guardian. Are they from opposing factions, competing for solar resources, or a unified system auditing humanity? Our signals may have activated, leading to this chain of events. Voyager is the greeting. This is the reply. Finally, 3A Atlas reminds that the universe is full of surprises. October is approaching. Look up to the sky. Follow NASA updates and prepare for the truth. Which theory is right? Routine, maintenance, ancient surveillance, or direct response? Comment below to share.